Being able to force the spectator to choose the card you want them to choose is a skill that can be used in many magic tricks. So here are my 5 favorite card forces. Throughout this video, I will force the Ace of Diamonds. For this force, you'll shuffle through the deck and ask them to tell you when to stop. But no matter when they say stop, it'll be at the card you want to force. To do this one, you'll put the force card on the bottom of the deck. Then you'll start pulling chunks of cards off the top of the deck and let them fall into your hand like this. Of course, you're not changing the bottom card, so it doesn't matter how many times you do this. And whenever the spectator says stop, you just show them the bottom card. For this one, you'll ask the spectator to cut the deck anywhere they want. Then, with the rest of the deck, you'll mark the spot they cut to. Then you'll talk for a second, and when you get back to the deck, you'll see that they cut exactly to the card you wanted them to. This is probably the easiest card force and super simple. So the card is on top of the deck, and they really can cut anywhere, because remember, that's the card, it's right on top. And when you mark that spot with the rest of the deck, you're really just making it feel like the cut was complete. And when you go back, you're really just showing them what was originally the top card of the deck. For the next one, you'll run your thumb down the side of the deck of cards and ask the spectator to tell you when to stop. Of course, wherever they say stop will be the card. For this one, you'll start with the card on top of the deck and then cut the deck. But you'll keep a pinky break exactly where you cut to, so you know where the card is. Make sure from the front you're not showing a big gap so they can't see that you have a pinky break. Now, as you run your finger down the side of the deck, whenever they say stop, just open up to where that card originally was and show them the selected card. In slow motion it looks very obvious, but in regular speed it's pretty hard to tell. For this next force, you'll keep a pinky break right above the card that you want to force. Now you could spread through the cards and ask the spectator to pick whatever card they want. As you get close to the card you want to force, you'll push the cards forward and separate them as if almost you're handing that card to the person. It feels super awkward at first, but once you get used to the feeling of doing this, you'll be shocked that almost every single time they just take the card as you hand it to them. I saved my favorite force for last. You'll dribble the cards down in your hand just like this and ask the spectator to say stop whenever they want. And of course, wherever they stop is where the card will be. What I like about this one is that you actually do stop whenever the spectator asks you to stop. And it looks as though you're just taking the top card and flipping it over and throwing it on the table. But you're actually doing a one-handed bottom deal and throwing the bottom card. To do this, you use your thumb to push the top card over, but with your middle finger, you're going to pull down on the bottom card to get a little air underneath it, and then as you flip your hand over, you just flick that card off